Hello and welcome to Gunning for the Top. After a season that hasn't gone exactly as we planned, it all comes down to the final games of the season to see whether we end up as champions, or will Manchester United catch us? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Gunning for the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games in their entirety in the Premier League. Who against? We're not absolutely certain. Recording this bit by bit, and what we're looking for is the game which actually wins us the title, and it could be any of the remaining games. Let's just recap on what's happened since you were last with us. We had, which was the two games against Paris Saint-Germain, where we got knocked out of the Champions League. Manchester City, we drew 2-2. And Norwich, we beat by just 2-0. Erling Haaland getting a goal there, which leaves us with 4 games to go. Aston Villa, Wolves, Swansea and Manchester United all away, apart from the Manchester United game, which makes it doubly difficult. And it leaves us with a league table that looks something like this. With just us and Manchester United in the top positions, still with 4 games to go. Everybody else has only 3 games, so it is literally between us two. We are 6 points clear of Manchester United, which means out of the 4 games we need to win at least 2 of them, possibly 3 of them, in order to make sure that we get that title. So as it currently stands, 34 played, 27 won, 6 drawn, 1 lost, 102 goals for, 28 against, 74 goal difference and 87 points against Manchester United. 34 played, 26 won, 3 drawn, 5 lost, 74 for, 18 against. They had an absolutely fantastic defence, so they're not an easy defence to break down. A goal difference of 56, and they have scored 81 points. So yes, and they have current form, of course, is 5 on the trot. They've won Liverpool, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Norwich and Burnley, their recent wins, of course, which means that that's where we are. As I say, we do need to win potentially 3 out of the 4 remaining games, given that Manchester United is the last game of the season at home. The way Football Manager works, it looks awfully likely that it may well come down ultimately to this final game of the season. After a season of 37 games, 1 game to decide. It's almost like a cup final, isn't it? And I know we've got home advantage, but I wouldn't like to count my chickens at all. How have we got on? We've only lost once against them in the Premier League last February. February last year. Beat them 2-0 at home. In fact, as we know, there's a flaw because this is a save made from the beta, and there was a flaw in there. We beat them in the Super Cup by 2-1 because they're were the reigning Champions League team, and we beat them 1-0 in the corresponding fixture. But again, as I say, because there's a problem with the beta save, and it meant that fixtures will come out somewhat wrong. Let's see if it goes to the next season, if that actually fixes. Right, with that all said and done, let's go through. I'll have played the game. If there is a chance, and I don't think it is with Aston Villa, we need to win. Manchester United need to lose, and they're playing the corresponding fixture. We're playing Tuesday night, they're playing Wednesday night. And if it does turn out that way, then the game that you will see will be the Aston Villa game. If not, I will just show you some highlights. So let's go through to the first of 4 games. 2 you're going to see full. The other games you just see highlights of if they've not come to much. So after the screen, if it's highlights, it will go straight into the highlights. And here we are, the highlights of this game. As you'll see, we won this 2-0, and a goal from Pepe just inside the area there was our first goal. And Maitland-Niles looking to cross in, and Guerrero puts away our second just before half time. So as you will see, Pepe after 5 minutes. Erling Haaland had one discontinued after 20 minutes. Let's just see that. Guerrero over the top, Haaland in, but a flag for offside. Do we get to see the whole thing or not? No. And Guerrero scoring 1 minute into injury time at the end of the first half. And then Haaland having a penalty saved after 79 minutes. Never looked that convincing. In fact, he hit the post. He beat the goalkeeper, but hit the post. So that was the story of the game against Aston Villa. How does that leave us in the league? I ask. Here you ask. Right. Well, if we go back, you'll see Manchester United beat Swansea by 2-1 on the corresponding. So it is pretty much the same as was. 6 points in it. Everybody on equal games now in this top half. They were our games in hand. So that's okay. We are still 6 points ahead of Arsenal with 3 games to play now. 9 points available. 6 points. A win in the next game will mean that I think pretty much we'll still keep a 6 points. Still could potentially be overturned, but Manchester United then have an extremely tall order if they are to overturn us. So that is where we're at. And I think next game that we're going through is the game against Wolves. And complete disaster has befallen us. As you will see from the scoreline, Wolves 1, Arsenal 1. We comprehensively ruled the game pretty much, except we didn't put away our chances. 15 shots, 6 on target against their 8. And they managed to put 5 on target. With an XG very similar to ours. We didn't really perform. I think we got a goal in front and thought that was it. We was made 2 minutes in, and it was bad news really. This was the team that we put out, and these were the goals. Pepe with a corner headed out, but Ramos on the second attempt heads nice and cleanly in. Just 2 minutes gone. And then Wolves, Tierney making an unusual mistake for him, not getting to the ball, going over his head, and Traore scoring the goal, which gave Wolves the 1-1 draw. Where does that leave us? It leaves us in trouble with 2 games to go, Swansea and Manchester United games. Manchester United have played that 1 extra game now. As you'll see, we'll have a look at the score lines very shortly. We have the game against Swansea. They have already played and won. Where are we? They beat Tottenham 4-0, which means that they only have 1 game left, the game against us. The maximum they can get is 93 points. A win against Swansea will actually win us the Premier League. If we were to lose or draw against Swansea, then it literally is down to that last game of the season. A win or a draw would be enough for us. So it's all down to the Swansea game. 91, that will give us 94. It is unsurmountable if we were to win this next game. So without any more to do, it's time to see whether the Swansea game is the game that actually gets us through. And before we go through to the team that we've picked to play Swansea, This is what's happened in the results as we're playing the late game. This is what's happened in the results in the early games, and you will see Manchester United have beaten Tottenham by 4-0. They didn't just beat them, they beat them. So they are on a high going into the last game of the season. I really don't want to be last game of the season and it all comes down to that. They are literally a point behind us now. If we lose this, it is down to the last game. If we can win this now today or get a point, well, no, a point won't be enough. We really need to win this game against Swansea. And 91 points we are currently. If we can win this game, we have 94. We are champions. It is a win game. We need to win it. We don't want to come down to the last game when our last game is, of course, against Manchester United. So it is all down. We hope it's not all down to that last game. FM does have a knack of doing that, though. Right, without any more to do, let's go through to the team that we are going to play against Swansea. And this is the team that we are putting out against Swansea. Donnarumma in goal. Tierney, Luis Phillip, Jimenez and Maitland-Niles make up the defence, as has been for a while now. Guerrero and Partey in central midfield. Bangerman, Kowalski and Pepe continue in the attacking midfield. Not that they've done a lot of late. Haaland is still up front, even though he has perhaps not performed to his best. I'm wondering whether pressure does get to him. Leno, Gabriel, Cabellos, Lacazette, Holding, Nelson and Edouard are on the bench for this one. It is a must-win game. I don't want to put any more pressure. I really don't want it to come down to that last game because I have a horrible, horrible feeling we will lose that last game. And if we do, well, just absolutely bottled it. If we have right, my assistant is saying that one, I'm not sure that was the right one, but there we go. Well, Mark, they finally upon us. Can you become Premier League champions? We've managed to give ourselves a great platform on which I hope the players do themselves justice. Yes, I do. As Swansea have the worst defence in the Premier League, you must consider fortunate. I've told the players that this is a chance for them to go out and make a real statement. I think we're a better team by far. Hang on. They're a very good team, regardless of their defensive record. Right off a team of their calibre, extremely capable. Right. Yeah. Let's make a statement here. They've only won one of their last 5 games, drawn another one. Ours doesn't look too good. We won 4 of our last 5, drawn 2. And there it is, all down to 1 point as it currently stands. And I really wouldn't have believed a few games out that we would have been in a position where it comes down to this last game or last couple of games, and getting shots away early on but not on target. Corner now, Pepe with the ball in, and it's cleared as far as a Bangerman now to Guerrero. Guerrero crosses into the box looking for Haaland, doesn't find him. They are on the break now. Welbeck, and this is the danger. Well tackled by Ramos. Pepe to Thomas. Thomas forward to Haaland. Haaland, it's not going anywhere, but Maitland-Niles picks up the rushed clearance by the goalkeeper. Pepe is tackled, but it goes out as far as Maitland-Niles. Back to Pepe. Pepe with a cross into the box, and that's hit the crossbar. And I think an offside there as well, possibly. Pepe with a headed forward, and we're not getting anywhere very fast there. Jimenez back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma to Ramos. Ramos forward looking for Pepe. Thomas heads it down to Guerrero. Guerrero over the top for Haaland. And Haaland has put away his 10th goal of the season. And we are up and running. 16 minutes gone. And we have the lead. I will only be comfortable with a 4-0 lead, a 4-0 at this stage. We've been bitten too many times. Well pulled down by Haaland on his right foot this time. Seen him miss a few recently on his left foot, but he's managed to pull that one down, and we're up and running. They have a free kick though, just outside the box. Ball in, and Donnarumma had to push that over the bar. It wasn't. It was going in, I think. Creswell with the corner and headed clear by Kowalski, I think, of all people. Pepe now, and we have a quick break on Haaland there. Also got and Pepe. Wonderful goal from defence. 2-0. Pepe picks it up from the breakdown of their attack. He had two people inside him, decided that he was going to dispatch it, as he does, Nicolas Pepe. And we have a 2-goal lead. Damage done, I think, but we need... I want at least one more, if not two more. Luis Philippe has got a yellow card. We need to go in and tell him to calm down. Luis Philippe, I want you to take it steady. Anybody sent off in this game, give them any chance of getting back in. We have a corner. Pepe with the corner. In it comes. Haaland. Haaland's second of the game. 3-0 under. We're going to take 3-0 in at half time. And I think there is the possibility that we will be seeing a celebration at the end of this game. There we go. Right. Outstretched arms. Happy with the performance so far, but it's not job done yet. Let's clear this off. Tierney now with a throw to Kowalski. Kowalski to Thomas. Thomas out to Abangamang. Abangamang to Pepe. Pepe now back to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles swings the ball in, and it's there. Abangamang, Pierre-Emerick Abangamang, tiny second goal of the season. 4-0. 4-0 is the scoreline. And, well, finally, we have daylight and that opportunity to wrap this up. Need to make sure we don't let them back in. Jimenez to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles to Pepe. Pepe now comes inside to Abangamang. Abangamang to Haaland to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles crosses over to Tierney. Tierney to Abangamang. Abangamang puts his second away. 23rd of the season. 5-0 now. And it's looking decidedly good. Tierney's lovely ball inside, and Abangamang slots it away. Swansea Championship fodder for next season. Pepe with the corner. Haaland looking for his hat-trick. Just over the bar. Far better performance from him this time. And as we get to 70 minutes, let's have a look. Green all the way down there. Who do we bring off? He's on 2 goals. Maybe a hat-trick there. Don't really want to take him off. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Kowalski off and bring Nelson on as our first change. Partey for Cabellos. We'll make those changes and we will sit and wait and see what the rest of the game brings. Bangamang is now tired, so maybe, just maybe, a Bangamang for Lacazette. He's our final change. Pepe with a throw in on this side, I think, when we get round to it. I'm not quite sure what the hold up is. Oh no, it's Maitland-Niles to Pepe. Pepe into the box to Cabellos. And Cabellos wants to join in. His 3rd goal of the season. And Cabellos makes it 6-0. Pepe inside to Cabellos. Cabellos seeing the gap. Pops it away. And with 92 minutes gone, I think we're going to do a praise shout to the entire team. And that is the end of the game and the end of the season as far as whether we're going to be Premier League champions or not. And we have won the Premier League. Didn't win the FA Cup, didn't win the Champions League, but we have won the Premier League, and there we go. There is the celebration. 1 game left against Manchester United. We can't be caught now. It is a job done. And I have to say, at times, nail biting, absolutely nail biting. Huge round. Your team certainly lived up to the pre-match billing. You must be delighted with the result. It's a brilliant feeling. Anyone has worked so hard and they're getting the rewards right now. And there we go. So with 1 game to go, 94 points. Manchester United on 90 points. So even if they win that last game against us, albeit we're at home, and I do fancy our chances, and we can either open that up to 7 points or it's going to be a 1-point win in the end. But either way, a massive 20 goals difference on there makes for a good reading as far as that's concerned. So Arsenal clinch. We've got a treble, having won the UEFA Super Cup as well. Premier League title. Shaka's happy to stay, no longer wants to leave. That's good news. They are delighted. Challenge for the Premier League title. I've passed that. Thank you very much. 1 year ahead of schedule. The board are delighted with a vision of win the Premier League. 4 years ahead of schedule. Fans of Arsenal used to winning. But this triumph is now see them lift the trophy that had not been theirs since 2004. I've pleased the board, which is good news. Pepe was on form. He was on form today, and I think that was the difference. I think I need to do the post-match conference, which we'll do offline. Bonuses to be paid out, of course, and we are crowned champions in the right and proper way, finally. And let's see if we can go a step further next season. Right, I'm going to do this post-match press conference, and then we will be back for the final game of the season, the game against Manchester United. And here we are, the team that will face Manchester United, the final game of the Premier League season. Donnarumma in goal, Tierney, Jimenez, Luis Felipe, Maitland-Niles make up the defence. Guerrero and Cabellos in midfield. Nelson, Kolowski and Pepe are our attacking midfield, with Haaland taking up the position up front yet again. Leno, Gabriel, Partey, Lacazette, Holding, Willock and Abangamang are all on the bench. So, final game of the season, and in front of our own crowd, which is rather excellent. Turn the speaker off, which is always handy, and through to the dressing room. And I think it's want you to pick up where you left off last time for sure. We look to attack here. I want to encourage attacking play, but we have to be careful. Edouard misses out due to injury. How much of an absence? It's a big match. You're right, and I want players who are fit and available to play step up to the plate. And yeah. So we have first highlight 2 minutes in, and Manchester United playing in their zebra away kit. Ramos to Guerrero, Cabellos back to Guerrero. Guerrero goes on a bit of a run, passes it to Nelson, who nearly forgot for a minute which way he was playing. A bit of interplay here. Cabellos is through, but can't get it past De Gea. Not that fiercely hit. It's almost a tap. Kolowski to Guerrero, to Ramos, to Cabellos, to Pepe, to Kolowski. Kolowski has got it in the back of the net. He's beaten the defenders and he's scored his 10th goal of the season. And with 5 minutes gone, not quite 6 minutes, we are a goal to the good. Cabellos to Pepe to Kolowski. Tackle coming in, but he'd already dispatched. And a nice assist from Pepe. And playing out from defence here. Bit risque, some of that. But Pepe has the ball now. He's come on a run on the inside. He's going on a bit of a run to Kowalski. Kowalski, who has a second attempt, but misses this time by some way. And as you'll see, 97 points. So we could end up 7 points clear of Manchester United if we beat them. I have realised that we have got a little bit of a crossover on that screen. Guerrero coming through now. He's taken a shot, but again, very tame at De Gea. Right. Let's sort this screen out, shall we? Manchester United formation. Stats. There we go. Corner from Nelson after 28 minutes. And De Gea gets there. He with the ball out, but only as far as Ramos. Kowalski to Guerrero to Nelson, looking for Pepe. Pepe, he's been tackled in the area, but it's a fair tackle. But Ramos tidies up again. Kowalski. Ramos and Kowalski having a good day together. And Kowalski decides to go it alone, and again is wide of the target. Manchester United with a corner here. Oh, what a curve on that ball. Anyway, it's headed clear. Haaland, first highlight we've seen him in the action. Haaland goes on a bit of a run, tucks it inside to Guerrero, and Guerrero looking for the post to tuck it in, misses. I see the defender bearing down and got rid of it a bit too quick, I think. Haaland not having a fantastic game up front there. And at half time we hang on to that slender lead, but they are coming slowly back into the game, albeit we have had the bulk of the possession. Right, pump fists. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of better. I think we need to give Erling Haaland a little bit of a... Not happy with your performance today. It's motivated him. I think everybody else... I mean, to be fair, it is a little bit like after the Lord Mayor's show. We've done the hard work. This is really icing on the cake time, and especially in front of our fans, we want to give them a good send-off for the end of the season. Not a lot happening right now. I'm tempted. Wan-Bissaka to Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka pushes it back, but they've lost the ball, but we've given it away, which seems a bit mad. Rashford in here. Donnarumma is equal to it and blocks the shot. Now, whether that was on Marcus Rashford's wrong foot, I don't know. Not really into Marcus Rashford in the sense of knowing which is his best, which is his worst foot. Right, it's that time. We are going to change from positive to attacking, because I think there's enough in us to be able to do enough finesse. Nelson is not having a good time there. I'm tempted to leave him on for a minute because he could move across for Kowalski shortly, but we'll stick with what we've got just for a minute. See who tires first. I don't think it'd be long before we get the reds. Throw in, but from Maitland-Niles to Pepe. Pepe back to Maitland-Niles to Cabellos, who tries to get a flick through to Pepe but didn't get it. Tierney now to Nelson to Guerrero. Tierney, Guerrero takes a shot but it's blocked, and Haaland does get a goal. Referees questioning it. May well have been in an offside position, and I've said all the way along, these reviews do nothing else but show the goal to be disallowed. So when you get the review up, it is an almost certainty that it is not going to stand. Very rarely have I, or in fact I don't think I've seen one where actually it's reviewed and given. Maybe that's something that ought to happen a bit more often, especially where there's dubious calls. Rashford's in here. Ooh. And decided he would try and go down the near post, but didn't quite make it. Ball crossed in there. Guerrero is on the ball and he's lost it. And Cavari, Nelson tidies up. Out to Tierney. Tierney's won the ball into Haaland, and Haaland dispatches this time. 12th goal of the season, or since he's been with us. The January window right at the end, so it's not a bad return for half the season, I guess. And we go those 2 goals up, having changed to a slightly more attacking formation. And Haaland have all the time in the world, but he did have enough time to dispatch that quite cleanly. Right. Nelson's still not playing particularly well. We can bring Willock on for Nelson, but I am Tierney for Gabriel. Undo. Right. I'm still tempted not to do anything at the minute. Playing around for the sake of playing around. And I think most of the team want to stay on. Well, Guerrero has got tired now. 85 minutes gone. So it's maybe time for Guerrero to come off. Joe Willock can come on for him in midfield. Wan-Bissaka has a free kick on that far side. Pepe now is tired. We'll bring Lacazette on for him. And are they going to get a consolation goal? Rashford looking for Greenwood. Marcus Greenwood hits the post. And we have got away with that one. Greenwood on the volley. Beat the goalkeeper, but not the woodwork. Throw in Maitland-Niles now here to Kowalski, who is beaten. Rashford coming on now, and we'll get the return ball, but Donnarumma is equal to it and pushes it round the post. We are deep into injury time, and Jimenez heads that clear. Haaland comes to pick it up, and this will probably be the last bit of action, and he's been tackled, and that is pretty much it, I think. Last clear-cut chance from Manchester United, and Rashford again trying to beat Donnarumma down that post, but didn't make it. And there we go, the lap of honour happening as we talk, and that's a well done, lads. Good win. I'm glad we didn't come down to the last game of the season, but as you will see, that really has really got into a situation there where we've actually won that quite comfortably, or at least looks quite comfortable anyway. But as I say, I wouldn't like to have. How pleased are you with that? I'm very pleased victory. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked to have, as I say, wouldn't have liked to have got that as the last game in order to try and win the league. So here we go. This is how it all ends up. 38 games played. Arsenal are the champions, as we already know. Manchester United in second on 90 points. Chelsea are third on 75. Liverpool fourth on 73. Manchester United are fifth on 72. Wolves sixth with 70. Just outside of those places are Tottenham. But as there is a place going, I think Tottenham may well get into Europe on default on 65 points. And then it comes Everton, Bournemouth, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Newcastle, West Ham, Sheffield United, Brighton. Burnley survive another season in the Premier League by 3 points. Did they win today? They did, by 3-0 against Crystal Palace. So that was probably their survival. Aston Villa, on the other hand, drew 1-1 with Newcastle. So it would have been a lot closer. So going down, Aston Villa, Norwich and Swansea. Swansea, who only mustered 7 goals all season, had 95 goal difference. So they have had a very poor season as it goes in the league. Right, let's continue and probably get a proper roundup here. Form. What have we got? Collective bonus, medals for Premier League win. there are all the medals. We've received 38.62 million for achieving first place in the Premier League. Post-match press conference, which I think I will do offline. 15 million paid out in collective bonuses, and Aston Villa fall into EFL Championship with that loss. So I think we can see here, well, in fact, so Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool will be in the Champions League along with us. Manchester United and Wolves presumably will be in the Europa League, and then I think Europa League 2 will go to Tottenham. We'll try and confirm that on the next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button. Keep up to date with all future episodes and series as they are released. New episodes are currently released every Tuesday and Friday on this particular series at 4:15 p.m. And why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 for all the updates on this channel, new series and lots more. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you on our end of season review and transfer special episode 25, which comes up on Friday. See you then. Bye for now.